Hey guys, this is Joey Plug from BodegaBoyzYGO, and today we are doing another deck profile. It's a long-awaited and updated zombie deck profile post Darkwing Blast. So without further ado, let's get it started, guys. So we have the same zombie kind of tech, just tweaked a little bit. So we're still playing the 3 Unizombies, as you can see. Unizombie is still great for sending from the deck to the grave and for level modulating to make those links and synchro boards. We are definitely still playing 2 Banshees. Banshees is amazing. It gets you to your zombie world super easy. And you just play 2 because 2 is like the best number to play. We play the 2 Shang-Chis. This card is amazing, especially with the BYSTIAL tech that's in this deck now. It complements it really well. We play the 1 Plague Spreader. Plague Spreader is just good to extend, link off, synchro, the usual. We played 2 Mizukis in this deck now. 3 was a little clumpy. Didn't want to see this card too much in my hand. I'd rather send it from the deck. So yeah, 2 is a good number. And likewise with Gozuki, we used to play 2, cut it down to 1. This is 1 card that I want to see in my hand maybe once in a blue moon, but I'd rather send from the deck to the grave. We also play only 1 Glow Up Bloom. 2 is a lot. I'm not gonna lie, 2 is a lot. 1 is perfect to get the Balderrock play out. So you'll really want to send this card anyways. So I think yeah, 1 is a good number. And speaking of Balderrock, we do play the 2 Balderrock still. This is your bread and butter for the deck. This is what your opponent's going to really focus on trying to get rid of. So we'll keep Balderrock at 2 for sure. It's going to come back during standby phase every time. So unless they banish it, it's going to be a problem for them. Now we also play the danger package that we still have. We play the 1 Tsuchinoko, the Nessie, and the Jackalope. We really play the danger package just to extend and to kind of dig into our deck more. Just to see more cards. That's really the one thing with zombies, they need that. Now for the bestial package, we play the 2 Magnamuts, the 2 Druid's Worm, and the 1 Saronir. Honestly, for this build, I think I'm gonna take out the Saronir and play a 3rd Druid's Worm, just because Druid's Worms can really be abused in zombies in my opinion. Only because this deck is very link and synchro heavy. So playing Druid's Worm and just linking off, synchroing off gives you the best benefit with his effect to send from the field to the grave. So I think that might be the most balanced option to play with this tech. But that's all we're playing really. No Lubellion, it doesn't complement the deck well, so I didn't want to play it. For hand traps, we're playing the 3 Ash still. And instead of bells, we're going to play 3 Impermanents. Definitely playing the Ash still because the Ash complements the Balderrock effect really well. And then instead of bell, we want to play Infinite Impermanence just because Infinite Impermanence is really good. It's a good board slower. It'll slow the board down for your opponent. So yeah, we'll keep the hand traps to a minimum since we're playing bestials. They're all hand traps at the end of the day. For spells, we're playing the 3 Zombie Worlds. For Zombie World, honestly, I was debating if I want to play 3 or if I wanted to cut it to 2. But Zombie World's really important in the zombie deck, obviously, so you can see my dilemma. I think I'm just going to leave it at 3. Just leave it at that for now. We do play the 3 Super Polys, though. This is Board Breaker 101, so can't say much about that. We do play 2 Zombie Reborns instead of 3 now. 3 was a little too much, in my opinion. You do want to see this card, but you don't want to see it that much. It definitely recurs itself, so 2 is a perfect number. And yeah, the card's great. I cut down the Ready Fusion to 1 because I feel like having 2 Ready Fusions in the deck forced me to have to open up 2 slots for my extra deck, and I'd rather just keep it at 101 just to be easier. Do play the 1 Call by the Grave. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's great against any hand trap. So we do play the 1 Foolish Burial. This starts your combo. This gets your stuff to your grave. This gets you ready to go off essentially. And we do play the branded Regained. I kind of want to take it out with Sereneer as well. It's not bad, but it's like slow with the bestials I'm playing, so I don't want to. I might not even play it, honestly. So now we're gonna go straight into the extra deck, but just a heads up, there's 2 cards that are green in the extra deck. They're like that because I couldn't find them in time, the cards for this video. They're at a friend's house, so I just gotta make sure I get them and add them into the deck, but we do have them. So I'll follow up more in context with that once the cards do pop up on the mat, just to explain what my thought process was behind that. So I do play 1 Vampire Sucker, but I do have a second one. I wasn't able to find it in time. I think playing 2 Vampire Suckers in here is perfect for the simple fact that Zombie Reborn is a card that also works from the extra deck. So if you do use the 1 Vampire Sucker and it's in your grave, you have the second one. You don't want to use materials to make it. You can definitely Zombie Reborn the one in the grave and banish that one in your extra deck, just to keep continuing your extending. We play the 1 Evandred. The 1 Vandred, he's good. He's good for like punching over stuff. He's good for getting your Balderrock in grave if you have Zombie Roll on board. He's good for that for sure. We play the 1 Dark. Dark's good for getting your opponent's monster from the graveyard. It only gets dark, but this whole format is pretty much almost dark. So he's good to help you extend. That other green card was supposed to be Vampire Fascinator. The link 3 that lets you reborn a monster from your opponent's graveyard. So we definitely use Dark to get to her, and then from her we link climb up to Access Code Talker. And that way, if you Access Code Talker, can use the Fascinator to make it attack 53k and try to push for game. So for our Ready Fusion target, we do play Alvain. We chose Alvain just because it's a level 2 tuner, and a lot of these cards are level 6, so you know we could synchro and link, so it's not a bad option. For Super Poly targets, we play Garura, play Draco Necro, and we play Starving Venom. Just stuff that's generic for the deck and easy for us to Super Poly to break boards. For the XYZ, we play the new one from Darkwing Blast. We play Wallow. He's amazing. He's really easy to make between the Bestials and the Chang-Chi. And he's great because you pretty much detach 2 cards. You get to grab a monster from your opponent's grave, or you can grab a card in general from his grave. So, you know, it's pretty broken. For synchros, we play the Immortal Dragon. It lets you pitch from the deck. It lets itself level modulate. You know, you can work around that a little bit. It's pretty solid. We play the 1 Savage. We don't play the Felgren anymore in the deck. We play Savage. I decided Savage would be a better fit for this deck only because we link so much prior to probably making him. So, you know, we do play the 1 Baron, Baron de Fleur. We play it because you have Bestials, you have Unizombie, super easy to make. Another 10 we play is Shang Ying. Shang Ying we play because it's a generic 10 again. And he works super well with Bestials. You make him, you use Bestial from your hand on your opponent's turn. Shang Ying's effect triggers, so you're banishing 1 from the grave, you're banishing 2 from the grave, and you're banishing 1 more from the field. So, and he gains attack for each banish, so it's like, you know, it's pretty plus. And yeah, guys, that was the zombie deck. If you have any suggestions, any comments, please put them in the video. Definitely open to look into stuff, to switch things around. Like I said, I'm still trying to text certain things in. Possibly trying to see if I can get Allure of Darkness in the deck. I feel like the deck just really loses to not having strong draw power, and it's great at searching, just doesn't have a turbo engine to it. So I feel like that's something that it needs. So I'm definitely always open to suggestions. Remember to always like and comment and subscribe the video, guys. And right now we're just gonna test some hands real quick to see what we get. Also on that note, Zombies is definitely a deck you prefer to go second with, just because it's pretty much made to break boards. But we're gonna test a second hand and a first hand just to see what we get. All right, so this is our hand for the first hand. So I'm thinking Unizombie first? Yeah, let's go Unizombie first. So we're gonna go Unizombie effect. We're gonna send from the deck to the grave. Let's see. We're probably gonna send Banshee, to be honest. Yeah, just reading Ozuki. We're gonna send Banshee. That's probably the best play, honestly, in this situation. You wanna set up your zombie world as quickly as possible. And I had no idea why I shuffled that, to be honest. We're just gonna keep going back into the deck anyways. So yeah, zombie world, Banshee effect, zombie world. At this point, we can do a couple things. We can definitely use one of the danger. I'm gonna use Jackalope in this situation. I didn't have a die to kind of roll for myself, so I just randomly Hail Married the card. This is a scenario anyway, so we hit Tsushinoko. Tsushinoko specials itself, and then Jackalope specials itself and lets you draw a card as well. So we're just gonna create a board presence to kind of extend, and then boom, we drew Sereneer. Okay, so then we have disruptions in our hands. So we're gonna link off the Jackalope and Tsushinoko. Another card I didn't mention, we're gonna summon Vampire Sucker. But another card we didn't mention that you could definitely play in the extra deck is IP Masquerena. The reason I say IP is because IP has great synergy with Druid Swarm. So you could definitely play IP and Unicorn. Those are two other options you could definitely play if you don't want to play Vampire Fascinator and another Vampire Sucker, or Vampire Fascinator or something else. So yeah, we definitely just went straight into the Baron with the Sereneer and the Unizombie. Easy. Then Sereneer, since this is what I'm saying, like we have the Regain in the deck, and Sereneer's effect isn't mandatory, but it's useless in this particular deck, in this build. So I want to take Sereneer out and Regain out just to make the best of it. So you have the Boulder Rock is in hand. Unfortunately, we couldn't discard it with Unizombie because it would upset our levels from 4 to 5, and I would prefer to get the zombie world out and keep the Boulder Rock in hand and not have the zombie world and have a Boulder Rock in grave just chilling pretty much. But you do have the Druid Swarm in hand to disrupt on their turn, which is why I said IP is really great, because you could do the Druid Swarm IP combo into the Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn, pretty much you pitch one to send to bounce back, and you get the Druid Swarm effect at the same time to send from the field to the grave anything special summoned, so you get to knock out 2 of their cards easily. And you get to send the Boulder Rock to the grave, so on your standby, if he doesn't get rid of your zombie world somehow, it comes back on board, and you have an Omni Negate on board too, so you're disrupting the whole board. So that's how your first hand will kind of look. You're just setting up your board to kind of interrupt and negate certain things, and then your follow-up will be stronger. So now we're going to test the hand with going second properties. So we're going to try to go second on this hand and see where it gets us, okay? Yeah, I love shuffling a lot, so this could take a second. There you go. So now let's test out a hand where we go second. So boom, pretty similar hand, not gonna lie. You're gonna ash whatever they're going into. 100% of the time, you're probably gonna have to ash if you have it in hand and you're going second. So So then at the end of their turn, if they do play darks, you want to get this Magnemite out just so you can get that search early for the Druid's Worm, and set something on board on turn 0. Now on your turn, you're gonna draw. You drew a Saronir, unfortunately. So right here you have pretty solid hand. You go Unizombie again. The play is pretty much similar. In this situation, instead of sending from the deck, you would prefer to send from the hand just because you have the Banshee already. You send the Banshee from hand. You make your Unizombie level 4. You go Unizombie. You go Banshee. Sorry, not Unizombie. You go Banshee. Straight into the zombie world. You want to get that out as quickly as possible. Yeah, I don't know why I had to stop to read that again, but activate zombie world. You go straight into zombie world, and from zombie world we just follow up with the Saronir play. Oh wait, not the Saronir play, the Unizombie play, which makes him level 5 at this point. It's in the Globe Bloom. Oh yes, I forgot. That's what it was. That's why I read the card. Unizombie gets to pick who it levels up. So Unizombie stays level 4, but he made Magnemite level 7. That's what it was. So then you banish the Glow Up Bloom. You special summon the Boulder Rock on board because you have the zombie world, which is perfect. Then what I did, I believe, is I linked off the Magnemite. I didn't have a target engraved, so I don't know why I did that. I linked off the Magnemite and the Boulder Rock into, I think it was a Vampire Sucker, but like I said, you could play the IP Masquerena for sure, and it won't interrupt anything. It'll actually make your play stronger. So if you do want to like take out that one Vampire Sucker for an IP, you can. It's not a problem. Then I summoned the Saronir. I banished the Magnemite because Magnemite's pretty much live already for the turn, so it didn't matter. You summon the Saronir. That's level 4. That's level 6. You sync them both off. You make the Fleur de Lis, the Baronne. Baronne's super easy to make in this deck. In this specific deck, super easy. Like I said, that could be an IP instead of a sucker. And you keep the Druid's Worm in hand to disrupt on their turn. You don't want to use Tsuchinoko because you only have those 2 cards, and you want to keep your Druid's Worm in hand. Standby phase on their turn, you get Boulder Rock back. Now you have an interaction between Boulder Rock and Baronne, which triggers the Boulder Rock once you negate something, or you have an interruption with IP once you summon Druid's Worm on the board. Once you IP effect, you can chain with Boulder Rock to banish something as well, and you can literally clear their board out. You can banish with Boulder Rock. You can send to the grave with Druid's Worm if they have a special summon body, and you can bounce back with a Nightmare Unicorn. So I mean, you can pretty much clear their board and still have that negate on board. And yeah, that's a second hand. That's how a second hand would look like, guys. Thank you guys for everything. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and hope to see you guys soon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe the videos. We're going to be having a bunch of more videos coming soon, and get ready for that Magnificent Maven video coming out next week, this week for the opening. Thank you guys. This is Joey Plug. Have a good one.